Welcome back to the center of the pocket. Yeah, it's not cold no more, so you're going to be flinching with my class, boy. You got Quint to my right. Mark to my
Why
left.
did you start with me?
I always start with you.
No, you always start with Mark.
No, that's definitely not true. I'm always second. Alright, here we go.
Alright, here you go. He's going to look up that episode. You do that. How you guys doing?
I'm actually kind of really hot.
I was asking them.
I
We
know
do this every
I know you were, but I was just saying that in general. They obviously can't respond, so I was just continuing.
comment section below. Prove them wrong.
No one ever comments.
That's a lot. Just say that.
Can we just get one comment, please?
Take off the jacket. It's okay.
Okay. I didn't know that was.
I'll play the sexy music right now. Comfortable? Okay.
I think I'm in.
Did you find it yet?
I'm in a safe place.
No? Okay. You guys doing good? Cool. How you doing, Mark?
I'm Gucci.
You cool now?
Yeah.
Oh, I know why he wants to take off, open the jacket.
I didn't. That's why I was like,
He whipped out the garment, so, he had to show off the shirt, I'm kidding.
First off, look, proof right here.
Pretty sure he's gonna find
Watch.
one episode you just didn't. That was the most recent one, wasn't it? I'll look at all the other ones.
Alright, let's go to the other one now.
Let's do this.
This is what we start off with.
It's okay, guys.
It's a long intro. Just give us a second. I need to prove myself right.
10 seconds.
Yo, this is a long intro.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think he went farther.
Did we?
Yeah, just go to another episode. It's okay.
I really
Wait,
feel
okay.
like Quinn's wearing a turban.
It doesn't matter, whatever.
Yes,
If you're
it
right,
does.
you're right. You can
It
put it
does.
on later. We gotta do the
It
episode.
does! I don't care anymore!
Just gonna ignore him. It's cool.
Could look at another
Do we
one.
sound better, guys? Because, we got a little extra thing on the mic.
We have a
we might
troll
sound-
sitting on top of the mic.
Yeah. Like them old school, like, maid dusters. You finally quit.
Yeah, I quit.
We just finally just gave up. But, yeah.
Oh, that's
Quentin, you
Yes.
never answered how you're doing because you were so stuck on being right.
Well, you said you were talking to them, and then you and Mark got into a dispute, and then you didn't ask me
I
yet.
asked Mark and then asked you.
How are you doing,
I'm fine.
sir?
Okay, good.
I'm
Just fine. Not,
hungry,
It's not
as always.
excited.
Do you feel old?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, because
by
when
the time you guys are watching
yeah, I'm gonna be
32.
a different age.
Low key,
I'ma
guys
be-
didn't know this man's a grown adult. He's been pulling us older this whole time.
I'm gonna be a year older than what I
We're
am
just
right
as
now.
shocked as you are. We just saw his birth certificate.
It is true. I am an old man. I have the Benjamin Button disease.
Sorry, that's not funny.
I am.
You got the Andy Milanakis joint.
That is true. I am really 45 years old.
Yo, it really does shock me whenever I see him. I'm
He's-
like, yo, I
he's
used
40,
to.
he's 45.
No, I'm like, yo, I used to literally watch you when I was young,
Yeah.
thinking that you was like,
I really
man,
thought
he
he
was
was
probably
like
like our age right
yeah.
now.
I think he was like in his 20s. Or
And
like,
it's like,
Yeah, because when we did do the show, he was about 30 or late 20s.
I don't think he was 30. I thought he was
No, because right now he's like 40 something. He's about to be 50.
so, and the show was like on like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When we were kids. So it was
That
like
shit was
30.
so wild. Anyway, so right here's the thing.
peanut butter slab. I'm sorry.
He's like, can you put the peanut butter on me, please? Just put it on me. Like, the fucking like a Chinese delivery guy is like, okay.
I remember that.
Anyway, so
Continue.
Remember when he did the grills with Lil Jon? Seen that John?
I don't
So
remember.
long ago.
But like, what I was gonna say was yesterday.
In my left pocket.
So
Finish your thought, please, before I keep going.
Cause that's my name, I'm Andy Miller.
do you ever hear his raps?
Cause that's
He's
my
hilarious.
name,
This thing was like-
Schmackes.
This nigga was like,
Cause that's my name, I'm Andy Milanakis.
This they response.
He was stuck on the paper with his name on it at the end of every theme song, but
you don't know how you finish.
both.
So, what was it? Anyone know his raps? That nigga raps funny. This thing was like, your mom has no legs, your nickname is no legs. You gotta see this. Dirt, riff, Raph, and Milanakis, we coming in your pockets. Like, it's okay, whatever. Anyway, so I was watching Link Sync Battle yesterday. Mark's girlfriend Ashley was also watching it.
Link sync.
So we were like hitting each other up. We're like, oh, who's gonna win? oh, Neil Patrick Harris, oh, Haley Steinfeld, blah, blah, blah.
I was watching the OWL.
And then at the end of Lip Sync Battle, they had like a preview to this new show on Paramount Pictures. It used to be Spike Network, now it's Paramount Pictures.
What?
Yeah, they changed it.
That has to be.
Yep. So there's this new show coming on. It's called Heathers or some shit. And it's like based in high school, and literally every person playing as a high school student looks to be about like 30 years old or older. And then me and Ashley were like texting each other like, all right, Ashley was like, whose mom is playing a fucking teenager right now? And I was like, if you think about it though, a lot of 15-year-olds do look like they about 25 now.
Well,
on some weird shit.
Now, yeah, but back then they didn't do that. They literally got people that were like 20s that just had like the young face and just put them in shows.
Because a lot of the shows we used to watch, like he was saying, like,
it was
like 24-year-olds playing middle schoolers.
When we were, they all were older shit. Like,
and that's why everybody thought like, oh, I don't look like that because there's so much more growing up.
They definitely went through a whole puberty short state.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, when we were watching TV and it was like about high school kids, they really did look like they were in high school.
Zoe 101.
Yeah, they all look like
Jackson though was like 42 playing a high schooler on Hannah Montana.
True. That is true. But it's actually creepy when you think about it, when he did a lot of kid shows. And it doesn't matter. Anyway. But so if you think about it, everyone was so young and pure. No one was into hardcore drugs back then. But if you
know that.
Well, that is true. A lot of people were on Adderall.
I've heard stories about a lot of them that like since they never had a childhood, basically they was just like.
But that was after they finished their shows and everything, like Hannah Montana.
And they were
started
like
popping mollies when she was done and everything. Doesn't matter. Listen. So here's my theory, right? So now it's like everyone is doing like harsher drugs and shit. Everyone looks older. So like no one in Hollywood looks young anymore. Like Lil Peep looks like, well, not Lil Peep, I'm so sorry. Rest in peace. I meant to say,
sorry.
I didn't mean to say, I meant to say, fuck his name, Gucci Gang Bull. Lil Pump.
Don't even get mad at him. Don't even get mad at him because there's so many Lils out there.
Like, there's so
Lil and Young and
it's really funny that like now the culture is just getting so used to having the rap like little and they're and nobody notices it anymore.
You know how we make blow up? We put Lil in front of etc. Lil etc.
Yeah, because there's Lil Pump, Lil Xan, Lil Peep.
Lil hashtag.
What's the one bull?
I was honestly giving you a chance on that one.
Is it Lil Sky? What's the bull that everybody hype up on right now? Bull attached right here.
I don't know.
Lil Sky or some shit. Sign Sky.
I saw it on Twitter. I saw like a bunch of them.
It's either Young or Lil Sky, one of the two.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know him.
Help us find out.
Young, and then I saw another bull was like, like on Snapchat, I was like, look out for this new up and comer cut, whatever.
Lil.
It was like Young, whatever.
Someone was like, all the new rappers coming out right now have Lil, face tats, dreads, and they do like, they pop Xans and everything. They're all inspired by Lil Wayne. So they're basically saying like Lil Wayne created these era of rappers. I'm like,
I mean, he did though.
I mean, yeah, but like at the same time,
he started lean. He had the face tats before anybody else.
I mean, they didn't really just have face tats though. That man is a walking like clipboard, just with everything basically.
Yeah, but like more emphasis on that because you see in the album titles it was just straight like the cross and the fucking teardrops.
Yeah.
Killed a man.
Exactly. Really miss my legs.
Purposely does that. It still sounds good.
No, I brought it down because it used to peak too much.
I was just getting scared. I was like, is it muted this whole time?
No.
But I really miss my legs. I recently just watched it the other day. No.
As soon as he said, I was like, this is perfect. I remember one time, this was like in high school, I think it was like sophomore year when like Bobby Shmurda had just came out. And my one teacher was like, because some kid was doing something stupid, and she went, and I was like, Jungle Beat. My friend started dying, he automatically knew.
Yo, this whole time, whenever, like, because that person, Jalil, was doing beats for Meek Mill, I always thought this shit was Jungle Beats, but it's Jahil Beats or some shit, or Jalil, or Jahil. It's one of those. It's like, Jahil Beats, holla at me. And then I used to really sit here and think this shit was, I used to be hyping shit like, Jungle Beats, holla at me. Rose red and my mouth is blue.
Keep it down, chick. Like
Times two. Rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls.
That became like a theme of like that class because there was another time where she was like, excuse. She said, what was it? She said, excuse me or something. I was like, excuse my charisma. No. She said, and I was like, excuse my charisma.
Yeah. Next thing you know, she really just started asking for it. She come out of nowhere with a lighter and
That's the one thing I crack up every time you hear some Lil
10
Wayne
feet up.
songs. Every time you hear Lil Wayne songs, I always do.
But you knew that shit was about to be crazy as soon as you heard that shit.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm like the only one, but like I used to like rent CDs from the library because I didn't have like a fancy phone. So when everyone was still on iPhones, like I had an Android and I was just like rent CDs from the library and and listen to music. So
Cue the rain.
hello darkness, my friend.
You know, you could have went to the barbershop and just copped up a bunch of mixtapes for like $1.
I could have.
True.
But like
I was
so
on the sub the other day, Bo was like with a big ass black hefty bag. He's like $5 headphones. $5 headphones.
I bought a bootleg.
Got some dick in.
Yo, that is the funniest fucking thing. That is the funniest fucking.
God bless you, man.
Oh, God bless you, man.
He's like, here goes this guy again. Got some dick in, got some dick.
He's like, I got you right here,
Family,
man.
man.
Oh, God bless you.
I'll take 2, please.
Yo, God bless you, man.
You saw the one I posted on the gram, that guy? He was like, hey, Darren. What's up, bitch?
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, octaves.
Y'all gotta see this shit. Cause this is like
I feel like everybody's seen it.
the girl that, hey Darren, what's up, bitch? She's like, stop, bitch. She's like orgasms or some shit.
That's how it really be.
That's how it be with bad boys. But anyway, I'm trying to go back to what the fuck I was talking about.
Yo, I really want to, like, off chance, I really want to find a girl who knows that reference, but like I just do that shit. And like she responds perfectly. You know, like I'm proposing right there. Like if that shit happened, that'd be cool as shit.
Fucking so okay, what was it that Dedication?
Dedication, what about it?
No. It was one of the
He just dropped Dedication 6, if that's what you're trying to talk about.
No, I'm trying to think of the CD I rented from the library. Anyway, it had How to Love on it. That was my favorite fucking song.
Really?
Yes, How to Love, yo.
I
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think I'm the only one.
I think that was in the Carter. I don't think that was a mix.
That's what I'm saying. It was a Carter, yeah.
You must have been in love, cause that song got
My nigga.
after a while.
That song,
I was like one of the like.
I used to.
It wasn't the first probably, but it was like honestly in the whole album the only song where he was like singing or at least trying.
That was his first time actually trying to like
Yeah,
do something
like trying to sing, and that's why it got so annoying because no one was used to it.
Except for Prom Queen. I don't know if y'all remember Prom Queen. If not, I'll play it for y'all after this. But that's when he was on his rock star shit. Queen, like it's so bad.
The fact that you gotta sing it like that just shows how annoying it was.
And I know if we had Snapchat back then, did we? Or at least it wasn't that. At least it wasn't that popping yet.
It wasn't because
That's what see everybody's had it.
I mean Snap like when we were in 8th grade.
Yeah.
That's how old that shit is.
Back when like it had a face and like the tongue and shit.
Yeah, it was like it was before,
Yeah.
I had a Snap before stories came out, and like no one else had a Snap, so it was just like collecting dust because you couldn't do anything but
It's like this is
send
cool.
pictures
Like,
of people.
you can send photos and they'll disappear, and that's cool and all, but like
Yeah.
nobody's on it.
And then next thing you know, they start coming out with story and everything, then I start getting back on it. But
You know what's wild to me? I was thinking about it the other day, like, it's crazy how you can make something and it doesn't turn out what you, like, intended it to be.
Yeah.
Because, like, Vine was supposed to basically be, like, Twitter with
Right.
video, and they just turned into a whole other thing, just
It was
by
really-
something like how it was used.
Vine is
got
funny because I
so
was talking about this with Ashley the other day, and I was like, "Yo, I had Vine literally when it first came out, and I literally said to
Right,
myself,
you were the first one. I give you
said-
credit for that, because you were the first one who was on that.
I remember when it first came out, and I told myself, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get this shit, and I know it's gonna blow up. And I saw somebody else that, and one of my brother's friends, I saw him get it, he had it too, and I was like, yo, I know this shit is gonna blow up. And I had it for like a long time, and like nobody was using it. And I still had it, but I never like made the videos or anything like that. And literally about like a month everybody was on. I was like, yo, I knew I should have like been like posting
That's
this shit
what
on.
one regrets that we should have did it. Like we should have fully invested in it.
I fucking.
Like, it's really fun.
I had Vine before there was verified accounts. Like I had Vine when King Batch had like 1,000 followers, and I was like one of the first people to ever follow him.
I remember you came into like class like 8th grade. You're like, yo, like I'm on Vine and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And you showed me, he's like, yo, that shit is stupid. Yo. I would like be the first one to admit that I was so doubting Vine, and I was like, this shit not catching on.
I would make videos of like my favorite Viners and like this before they even got famous.
Your
And like
vines were funny, just the fact that like, I don't know, it was just because you were just starting, so the way you did the vines, you know how when you do the two dope people, and you would just try doing that, I'll just start cracking up because I'm like, yo, I know what he's trying to do and nobody would probably understand but me.
Or like
if someone would bring me my Vine account and show me the old shit I did, I would cringe the fuck up. I would fucking cringe.
And we go back to our old episodes. We like, yo, what is this?
Everything we do in the past is cringeworthy. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Right now? I was like, even right now, like me when I did, I was probably like, why did you do that?
I can just imagine looking at you, you're just like, you know it's bad, so you're just already smiling, you're like.
It's like, oh God.
It's a good thing though that we look back at our old shit.
Like,
put this in storage. You know?
I want to make like I had that new Snapchat I made, but it's like I don't have a lot of people on it, so I barely use it. But like, I hate using the one I have now because it's like I made it when I was like in 7th, 8th grade. It's like Wild Boss. It makes me cringe. Like just telling people that's my username for Snapchat.
That's how I feel about my PSN. Like I didn't even make my PSN name.
Yeah, neither did I.
My dad, apparently my fucking gamer tag.
Go ahead.
Teabag guy.
His dad hated his freaking gamer tag.
Yo, this nigga would be like, this nigga just hated everything I did as a child. Like,
Alright.
This nigga had a problem with everything I did. Like, I had Iron Man 235. This nigga came at me. He was like, what's 235? Your weight? I was like, maybe. No. Joke's on you. I'm 10 pounds heavy. It's not.
35. Jesus. Not.
Fuck with you.
No, I wasn't really about to know. Like, I really was not going to deal with you right there. I was going to take that serious.
No, but like, and then when I was like, all right, Iron Man 235 is all done with Teabag guy. And then he was just like, what does teabag mean? So me and my brother told him it's like what it was, and then it's like,
I never did that.
he was like, oh, so that's that gay shit, that faggot shit out here.
How is it gay though?
I don't know. He's like, yo, you still use
this nigga
doing it. This nigga was like,
but why are you assuming that this is to a guy?
like, he was like, oh, you still playing with that teabag guy? He was
Honestly,
like,
the majority of gaming community.
he's like, you still playing with that name teabag guy? That fucking gay shit. I told you about this shit. I don't like that shit. I was like. Well, what do you want me to do? Just create a whole new fucking account?
Because you got money?
Because with that mentality, it's just like anything you do sexually could be considered gay if you just picture it with the same sex.
Exactly.
So that was just dumb. What?
Nothing.
Okay. Why are you doing that gay?
See?
And then,
You said it right into the mic, so I don't even know why you tried to whisper.
I wasn't whispering. I was just.
You really tried though, because you went and did the whole scratch, bro. Like,
I didn't want them to see it. It's like,
He did this.
yeah, but looking at the screens.
anyway, but now I'm using Quentin Bino, I believe. That's because I just bought
Xbox?
that on PS3. It was on Xbox and PS3. But like, so when I get PS4, it's gonna be Quentin Bino. Let's see if he has a problem with that. The fuck does Bino mean?
You say you're a fucking beaner? You're Stop with that racist shit, dog.
What's Quinn?
What's somebody see that?
What's Quinn? Huh? What the?
That fucking.
Is that when Dixie Slut 5?
That one fucking superhero? You trying to be a bitch?
Yo, this nigga, I'm sorry.
Anything.
I'm gonna just talk. I'm a vent.
Make it his name. He says.
I'm a vent about my pop right now, right?
Yeah.
So when I can't watch.
Hold on. We should honestly make this like a whole roast thing, like when they do on TV. I would sit there and you just start going on.
If we ever have this nigga sit in front of this game, I'm gonna roast this shit off. And then we're gonna make this shit clickbait. Quentin roasts his dad, all caps.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna get a screenshot of him swinging at you before he knocked your teeth out.
Quentin's about to get beat the fuck up. Anyway, I'm a vet, right? So this nigga, I can't watch TV with him. One, this nigga has to comment about every fucking thing he sees on there. Two, he mutes the TV while the show was going on to tell me about some irrelevant shit. And I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to watch TV. Like, what are you doing?
You gotta put that closed captioning on secret.
Three, I'm trying to watch a show. He there ain't nothing else given. If there was something else better given, I would be watching. Let me watch Impractical Jokers, all right?
Why he complaining about Impractical Jokers?
Like this.
There's some people that be complaining about it. I'm like
He'll watch 2 episodes, and then the third one comes on. He's like, ain't nothing else to watch. I'm like, you was just cracking up. Like, you want to watch a third one? Like, what the fuck is?
That's what I'm saying too. Like, if you're over here having a good time watching the show, what's wrong? Like,
This nigga ruins the fun, ruins the laughter to go watch fucking Velocity, watch some niggas build cars. Like, yes, the cars are good looking and they're awesome. I
feel like I would see a lot of reruns on that.
Exactly.
That I wouldn't practice.
This nigga wants to watch bitchin' rides all the time or something. Or fucking.
I feel like if you don't want to stay watching it, I would just get up and leave.
This reminds me of like back in the old day when fucking West Coast Chopper used to have a TV show and they would always watch it. It's like, yo, this is probably like the same Chopper you saw last week. Like,
same Chopper, boy.
Pimp My Ride is the GOAT. As soon as that was done,
Listen.
like, we heard you like fish, right?
Yo, for real.
Put an aquarium in your
Just
trunk,
thinking
dog.
the exact
Hold
same
your hand
thing.
Shit, you'll ride.
That joint almost missed.
I remember they gave him like the most ridiculous stereos in the back. That joint only had like some cars probably only have the driver's seat, and it'd just be that, but everything else is like hooked. I'm like,
we heard you like TVs, so we put 3 flat screens on the floor.
I'm like, how? How does this work?
You know that shit might get fucked up in the snow. Anyway.
Hold on, let me just share this. You know, like Shaq. You know when he first got drafted, he like blew his first paycheck, and he said he bought I think it was a Maybach, and he put a fish tank in the car with a bumping ass speaker, so the speaker killed the fish while I was in the car.
I would believe it. I would believe it.
Dickhead. When everyone gets into new money, they all blow it on dumb shit. Anyway, so my pop, right? Here's one thing. This nigga just had it. So there's this new show on CW coming out called Black Lightning, and actually looks pretty good, and I want to watch it. It looks because I was like, it's gonna basically be Static Shock live action.
But he doesn't look like a superhero. He looks like some old head who found a suit.
But here's the thing.
Look like
in my head,
it's almost like Kick-Ass in a way. Like,
but in my head, I can be like, listen, it's Static Shock grown up because when I watched Static Shock, he was a teenager. Now I'm watching him as an adult, and he's an even more adult.
Donald Glover for Static Shock.
That would be fucking amazing.
It would.
That would be fucking amazing.
if y'all want to be Spider-Man,
the dude who's Black Lightning look like freaking Cyborg. He's built like round as shit.
That is true. So anyway,
it just looks
my dad said some dumb shit.
Now though, Donald Glover.
Yeah. I can't wait till the Lion King live action. Anyway, I'll be your son.
Just go.
I just had to say it. So my pop had to say something about Black Lightning, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, can you just shut the fuck up?
Wait, did he say it?
No,
because
he
said something, or did he say?
I didn't say anything. I'm just watching Black Lightning. Like, we're just watching the commercial, the thing for him, and then he said some dumb shit, and I was just like. And then he just kept going about like other things we were watching on TV, and then I'm sitting here like this, like I'm getting fucking aggravated as fuck, and I'm sitting here like, oh my god, I'm like, this nigga won't shut the fuck up. And he said one dumb thing that just made me so mad. I hit the shit out my leg when
he used to do them when he didn't have video.
When I get aggravated, I'd be like, oh my god, like this, and I did that shit so husky. I was just like this, like that husky shit was like, oh my god, like shut the fuck up. And that shit got me so mad. And this nigga, my mom looked at me like, what's wrong with you? I was like, nothing. I was like,
you gotta keep it bottled up.
Nothing, yo. Just do what you was doing. I'm doing what I'm doing.
I was mad as shit. I was like, yo, can you just like not complain for one day? Like, fuck.
Sorry, man, but it was not about cars. He ain't rocking with it.
I'm just trying to watch Ellen's Game of Games. Can you just please?
I was watching that joint, but I like walked past the TV, saw that shit on. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny.
Do you have any birthday plans or wishes?
Man.
Hope the Eagles win.
Nobody.
I do. Well, I can't say it.
I won't give up. Hopefully that wish doesn't come true.
For what?
What about lose my virginity?
That's what I'm telling you. If you want to avoid that for your birthday, just leave and come with us, and you'll be okay. Just get out of there.
I don't want anyone telling me they don't give a fuck that it's my birthday.
I'm just saying, the longer you wait in that house is just giving it.
Things are gonna get like.
It's a more chance of you like just having a worse day.
I'll just be like, someone's gonna throw anything for me.
That's why you come to Victor. And
Come
then
to
go get lit.
Victor's Funhouse, home of all the great things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some ass tonight. I'm gonna
Under the boardwalk. What? Were you there for that?
Yeah, no, I was at the house. Y'all told me about it. Some
Came
thought.
up like,
Yo, that job.
like someone punched her.
She went from having a perm to looking like.
That bitch was ugly
She
anyway.
looked like a troll for real.
When
What's the
our,
bull name?
It was like that.
one of our friends was trying to get at her. I'm like, bro, for what? That bitch is fucking mean.
What's the one bull name you learned in like history class? With the crazy ass hair. I'm trying to think. It's like usually Black History Month.
Oh,
Is it
the alien boy?
Oh, what? He still never.
Douglas.
That's what I'm saying.
Frederick
Yeah,
Douglass.
Douglas, yeah.
His hair, his shit.
He had the jump push back, and it was like.
Like look like
I
that.
thought you were talking about, because you said crazy hair and you said history. I thought you were talking about that guy who was
I
like,
try and embrace it, bro.
I thought you were talking about that
Come on,
alien
look,
translator guy. That guy was like, aliens are coming, man. They're fucking kill
I
me.
said Black History Month.
Yeah, that's sorry.
Aliens. He always looked high as shit. I remember like I used to, in the old house, I used to come downstairs and my brother would be watching Netflix. He would be on the screen. I'm like, yo, the only time I see this boy is like a meme. Why do I see him on my TV?
You're not allowed to be on the actual TV, just the meme, okay? Just you're doing too much now.
I know you're gonna edit something in there because I was just yawned husky as shit.
If I have the time, it's getting edited. Yeah. I mean, also I want to take a second to like, I don't know if y'all know this, but like, we gonna hit a milestone pretty soon on the podcast,
Which is?
we about to get 2,000 plays,
Nice.
and we hit it faster at a faster pace than we hit it the 1,000 last year, in a quicker time. So like,
Yeah, I would think so.
thank y'all for that. Appreciate it. I checked the other day. I checked the other day. I was kind of hyped, and you know that like, we have 2,000 listens, and only 500 of our listens are from Philly.
Oh, so I mean,
So Brandon's been replaying that shit.
No, I saw like one of our countries is Brazil. I think it's the second country is Brazil,
Brazil, man.
and then a lot of like West Coast, like Seattle and stuff like that.
Told you guys, you just gotta move to LA. Nah, so basically, you know Dr. Pimple Popper, right? Dr. Lee?
She got her.
Yeah.
So I hit her up and I asked her, hey,
Sorry,
do you
talking right now? He seems like he's on a talk show right now. Like one of the
do you remove skin tags? And then her assistant replied and was like, call the office and make an appointment. And I was like, oh, it's time to move to LA.
Everything starts with.
It's time to move to LA because Dr. Lee spoke to me personally through an assistant.
Directly, but indirectly.
Obviously means.
It's time to move to LA and become a vlogger. So it's time to become a vlogger.
Go to a forest in Japan, and then just
Alright, we're stopping there.
You seen what happened for
Logan
They
Paul.
just basically punished like all small YouTubers. It's like if you don't have over 10,000 views, like per month or anything, or like and a certain amount of followers, you can't monetize your videos anymore. So they just punished all the small people instead of punishing the larger people.
So did you hear about the scandal because of Logan Paul?
You were saying?
So, Logan Paul. 1, don't like the bull. 2, don't like the
know
bull.
him, man.
3, don't like the bull.
You don't know him.
Don't have to.
I'm a
Right?
Continue.
Because I watched one of his vlogs. This dude's a fucking dick. Okay? He's just a straight up
Did you
douche.
see when he went
And, like-
to Japan before that? Like before that little bit that happened? Because he was like walking around the city and shit.
No, I
He was
saw.
being an asshole.
Yeah, I saw. But I'm talking about like this when he was in LA and like some dude spit on his car. So like he chased him or whatever, talked shit. Then they all pulled over. And it was like, because he spit on his car because Logan had just got into a car accident, which is okay, so you're double parked. That's fine. But like the dude spit on his car out of pocket. But what he was a dick about was that he was trying to enrage the dude purposely
To get more footage, basically.
to get more footage and also to like have the guy swing on him because lawsuit, free money. So he was purposely trying to enrage the dude. He's like, are you a low gang? Are you a low gang? He's like, I watch your. He's like, I know about you. You're one of those people. He's like, all this like confrontation, and then he's like, oh, so you're part of my low gang, dude? Oh, what's up, bro? This that. Like, all right, you're being a fucking douche.
I'm sorry, but I'll straight stop this shit. I'll get that.
Like,
I don't care.
yeah, like I would be like, here, you want my fucking $300? That's all I have. Take it. Like I'm trying to give it to him cash.
Piss somebody off more when you're serious and they try to like
exactly.
play it off.
So,
are you mad, bro?
Like,
are you mad?
Here's my thing.
I think you're mad right now.
Here's my nephew. Here's the thing. My nephew watches him. So like that's basically like my nephew's role model, I guess you want to call it, because he's watching him at a young age. So he's gonna look up to him and be like, "Oh, this guy's funny."
Brian Higa is still my role model.
Brian Higa is my fucking role model. That's my queen. Anyway, listen. So.
Oh, I have that one.
So anyway, I feel like Logan Paul, like, it goes with anything. Once again, it's like we talked about this with celebrities. They shouldn't have to, like, raise kids.
Yeah, they shouldn't have to conform to like.
But like, come on. We all know the only people watching Logan Paul are children, because we're not watching him.
Yeah.
And like adults aren't watching him.
I mean,
So
you can say that, but I know
there's still some people
his,
our age somewhat that watch him. You know, they're just.
But I know you say that, but like I know if you were in his position, where like say we were to blow up, we would still do our shit regardless of anything, and even if kids watched us, we would not change. Like,
we would get censored because
Hmm?
we would get censored because we need to monetize and we advertise.
That's different, but like from what he did there, I mean, we would never do what he did,
right?
but we wouldn't change for like other.
Either way, it was so wrong though, because whether his crowd was young or not, it's like you don't go to a suicide forest that everyone takes seriously, and it's like, especially with everything going on, especially with like suicide and everyone, is like a big thing now. It's like you don't go to a suicide forest and start laughing when you see a dead body. It's like,
I mean, at the same time, like I get what you're saying, because like yeah, we wouldn't change for anybody else, and we wouldn't like we still do what we do. But at the same time, what we do isn't what he does. Like he goes out of pocket. Like he goes out of his way.
Like, okay.
So it's different.
So this is how I see it, because, again, I remember
You
seeing.
remember asking? You remember asking?
what?
How you see me?
Oh shit! Yo, this is a dick all night.
Alright, see you guys.
I'm only kidding.
Last time you're gonna see me here.
I'm only kidding.
I've been
Go ahead.
getting judged ever since I've gotten here.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Get your filthy paws off me.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway.
I got you for this.
Anyway. Vine.
Damn, that was a huge jump back.
Doing it on because that's where he started at.
True,
And that's
true.
where a lot of them started, honestly. The
I
only
did
one
watch him on Vine a couple.
The only
months.
reason, the only person who really blew off that much, I mean, all of them kind of blew out, like blew up a lot, but the one who I guess got more, you know, promotion out of it was really Logan Paul, and his brother didn't get as much at that time, but he was kind of like right behind him. And when I used to look at the stuff that he used to do on Vine, I used to think, I'm like, this is something that like a little kid would laugh at.
True.
And I was just like, the only thing he does to get views and to get laughs is literally just off of doing dumb stuff. It's not pure, it's not like, oh, he's making people laugh because he's funny. He's making people laugh is because he's doing stuff that like regular people wouldn't do.
What makes money? Like,
Yeah, like, and it's not like, and he's doing other things that people wouldn't do because like they're afraid to do that stuff. So he's willing to go and take it upon himself to do those things that people are afraid to do, and they're just like, oh, that's hilarious. I would never do that, but he does it. So look, that's funny. And off of that, he just blew up in a crazy amount. And then going on YouTube, I remember seeing a video, and he's just like, I feel like he's just really materialistic in a way, because, and it's not even really materialistic, but I think it's materialistic off of like, or just selfish off of the fact that he's blown up so much, and it's just his mindset has just completely went away, because all he does, because of all this money, he just doesn't care about anything anymore. Like I feel like that's where it just messes it up. Where now,
I mean, when you're in that position, it's like.
but no, because I remember seeing the video and he was in his apartment and he had like just glass plates and he was just breaking them, throwing them around in his apartment because he knows he has the money.
So
can
he
just
bought
do
the
that.
original Game Boy and then he just broke it in the street.
That's what I was talking about. In Japan. That was in Japan.
Yeah, and it's just like.
Other reaction if I watched the whole video. I just saw this.
I have never seen one of his whole videos either way. I didn't even see the Japan thing, like the Suicide Forest thing.
And it's just like that type of like mindset and mentality, how it is. It's just like that's where it just messed it up completely with him.
Like yeah, I mean, cause I know I watch. Like I always say, I'm obsessed with Japan, just like we all are. We all are obsessed with Japan, and on. Kawaii!
Yeah, the little star.
You gotta have
So-
big eyes and big smiles.
So like, I'm a big fan of Vice also. So I watch a lot of documentaries. It's my thing. And Vice went to Japan specifically for the Suicide Forest and also a Suicide Bridge. And they followed I forget his name, but he was a guy who usually he goes to the Suicide Forest on a daily, I believe, or a couple days a week to make sure like no one's there trying to kill themselves. And he walks. He basically has a parole where he goes around, and if he sees anyone, like there's literally someone in a tent ready to kill themselves, and Vice couldn't really record it, but they recorded like outside the tent. The man went inside and he started talking. He's like, "Listen, man, like you have a family who loves you probably. Like this isn't what you need to do. Like why are you here?" And then the guy started crying. He's like, "I just hate my life, just that." But like they even got him to come outside the Suicide Forest, so that guy didn't kill himself. So it's like that's something really serious, and like you don't go like they went with a bunch of. It was like a fucking like. I don't know. It just made me mad because they're really about to camp, and they're really about to like. Even the movie that they went to the Suicide Forest. You saw that movie? That shit was fucking trash, corny, and stupid. I didn't like it. And then like they were really gonna camp and like what? Fucking have a bonfire, make s'mores, and tell ghost stories. You don't.
It's a time and a place, basically.
Exactly. Like it's just not something.
And like another thing that I saw from it was just like seeing someone like because Logic was just recently in there, and just seeing someone like that who's just appreciating the culture, and then you kind of switch it over to someone like Logan and see how like why can't it just be this like why did you have to do that? Like why couldn't it? Like I'm pretty, and it's just like it just makes no sense. Like I'm not saying like you get more praise off of like not doing it. I'm not saying that. It's just like why can't you just go there to appreciate what you've been given because of how you've blown up, and just like take trips to like
Before we end it, I just want to say it was pretty funny when like there's other YouTubers shaming Logan Paul, but they have done bad shit in the past too.
That's the thing.
I mean, a lot of them just talked about it just to get so people would watch it because he was like the hot topic at the time. So so they just tagged him
with anything else. And PewDiePie tweeted something, and then somebody was like, "Didn't you say nigger? We need to forget about that." So I had to go on YouTube and was like, PewDiePie says nigger, and then he was like, "Fucking nigger," and I was like,
he said it on live stream like 3 times.
"Damn, dog." He's like, ah, shit, and I was like, "You're not even gonna just acknowledge you said that?" And
there was one time he was like knit, and he was like, "Oh shit!" Like
I was like,
people got mad. He was like, "Oh, it just slipped." And it's like things like that doesn't
like
just
that
slip
don't
because
slip.
that's a part of your everyday vocabulary. That's why it slipped.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
exactly. It's like.
Yeah. I hear it a lot playing video games.
We never playing like video games. We never ever slip the word nigger. Like it was.
Maybe
I don't know. Maybe Marcus.
Anyway, we're glad they're right here. We keep going like dumb long on these,
I'm
but
Sorry.
Mark, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram, Marky Mark, Twitter, the same thing. Quinn, where can they find you?
You can follow me on Instagram. Q, etc.
Victor.
And Twitter.
Twitter, yeah. Victor, where can they find you?
Instagram and Twitter, Victor_, etc., real, etc., and the email is real.etc@gmail.com. Hit us up for anything. We love you guys.
Hit us up for anything. Do you
We're
need?
coming with different content soon.
Yes.
Look out for that.
Hit us up for anything. Do you have relationship problems?
Okay.
I don't think I'll reply to that one, but he will reply to that one.
We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Clang.